You are welcome to another presentation from Dr. Michael T. Anim. Last time, we talked about the various classifications of mental disorders or conditions. We mentioned that there are those psychologists classify as having normal or mild mental conditions, others neurotic, and others psychotic. Today we want to find out a bit more about what is the cause, or what are the causes of psychological disturbances or mental and emotional disturbances. What cause them? We have immediate causes, we have far-reaching causes, and I first want to talk about the far-reaching causes of psychological or mental and emotional behavioral disturbances. We can locate this in our ancestors, what the biblical people refer to as Adam and Eve, and what happened to their mentality or their minds. We know that mind is a gift from the Creator, God, and mind came into existence when the Spirit of God was breathed into the body of mankind, and man became a living soul. So mind is an integral part of the soul that helps life. So we have the mental world, and it's the mental world we say God wants to influence the world through. So God is a bigger mind, as a matter of fact, the biggest mind, and our minds are supposed to submit to the bigger mind called God's mind. So when he created the first man and woman, he gave them a mind, but this mind became depraved, fell from its power or its abilities. And that is what all of us have inherited up until today. So since the fall of Adam, no man has been functioning optimally in their minds, meaning our thinking, our reasoning, our memory, our understanding, our knowledge, ability to get information, and our imagination. All these are functions of the human mind, and these have become fallen as well. So what is the far-reaching cause of our mental disturbances? It is simply we have been separated from our source, our natural source, our spiritual source, God. We have been told that any creature that separates or detaches from its source malfunctions. So we are told that when a tree or plants detach from the soil, they naturally die. When a fish is removed from its water source, the fish struggles to death. When a bird is caged and unable to fly, the bird is not able to experience flight to its full capacity, the bird may struggle to death. And if any luminary, stars, moon, and sun, detach from their firmament, that is the death of the luminary or the luminaries. Similarly, if humans detach or separate from their source, God, the humans will not function well, they will malfunction. And what makes us human? Our bodies and our minds. Remember, we established that the Creator gave us two things to function on earth: a body and a mind. And since we detach from our source, it means that our bodies detach from its source, and our minds detach also from their source. So then we operate less than full capacity, and our minds don't function well. So what really causes man to separate from the Creator and his mind? How come we don't know the mind of God? It is what is referred to commonly as sin or sins. So if we think about sin, we are talking about anything that separates us from our source or from God. And sin separates us from God. It says, among other things, that we have fallen short of the glory of God. And sin is what makes us fall short of the glory of God. Now, so we can define sin as a fall from the glory of God. What is the glory of God? You know, God is creator. Glory means the full expression of the nature of a thing, or the full expression of the nature of a phenomenon. So by virtue of our being created, God intended that we fully express our nature. And as human beings, we have been endowed with capacities, physical capacities, mental capacities, spiritual capacities. And these spiritual and physical capacities can only be expressed maximally when our minds function very well. But then because of sin, our minds have fallen, so we are unable to express the full nature of our being. So we are truly performing less than capacity. We call that sin. None of us is really using our minds to the fullest. We are told by American psychologists that less than 2% of even Americans use their minds to function. Then those who are not Americans, or those who are not in that developmental bracket, how much of our brain powers are we using? Then we will say we are not even using 1/billionth part of our mental capacities. And that is a tragedy. We have to return to our maximum use of our minds. It's a road that is difficult to travel, but if we try, we'll be able to move upwards a bit than we are functioning in our minds now. Next time, we would look more into the other causes of mental malfunctioning and dysfunctions. Thank you very much. See you. You can like, and you can share, and you can subscribe. See you. Bye for now.